Esther asked me to speak on the topic of what keeps me coming back and the promises. No, not the promises. The gifts. Maybe the promises. Let me see. Hold on. Wait. What keeps me coming back and the promises of recovery. Okay. So I'll try to do that in 5 to 10 minutes. So one of the things that scared me when I came to SA was seeing people around for a very long time. I was like, how long do you need to do this? Because I wanted a solution, you know. I want to be better. I want to be cured. I wanted to just be normal and get this demon out of my system and then be like everybody else. The guy who brought me to my first meeting, a guy named Eli G, so he met with me on the phone on a Thursday night and he read me the 20 questions and I answered yes to a few of them, not a lot of them. And he laughed, and I asked him what was so funny. He said, if you come to program and go to enough meetings, you'll probably answer yes to a few more. So I've never been arrested, and that's the only question I don't answer yes to. I'm still of the opinion that question number 20 of the 20 questions should say, could you have been arrested? To which I would answer yes to all 20. So in that phone call, I asked him, like, when our meeting? He said, you can come to a meeting. I said, when are meetings? He said, we have meetings on Monday at 6:15 in the morning, Tuesday at 7 a.m., Wednesday at 6:15 in the morning, Thursday at 7 a.m., Friday 6:15 in the morning, and Saturday night at like 9 p.m. So, wow, there's a lot of options. I said, so which one do you go to? And he said, all of them. I said, all of them. It was so confusing. I'm imagining like a meeting, like a business meeting, you know? Imagine we have a business meeting to figure out who our signature people will be on our bank account on a Monday. We don't need to do it again on Tuesday and on Wednesday and on Thursday. I was confused why we would need to have a meeting on a Monday and then go to the same meeting on a Tuesday. And I said to him, if you've already went on Monday, what do you need to do on Tuesday? That was me trying to understand what's going on. And then I come to program and there's people who are coming to meetings for years. So that's the question, what keeps me coming back? What kept them coming back? Maybe when I'm better, I'll leave. I don't know. But I know today I'm not better. I know today, if I don't have this meeting in my schedule, I don't know how long I need to stop going to meetings before I'm back out there, but I'm not better. I'm just not. And if you are a newcomer who doesn't like that product, I believe that we, as you know, I don't speak for SA, but from what I've come to see exists here in terms of a way of solution. If you want a solution that allows you to have a permanent, take this pill and you're done, I don't think we have that solution. I am very convinced that we don't have a long-term solution to sexualism. And the big book says what we have is a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. One day at a time, I work my program, and one day at a time I can go to sleep sober. And I believe that I've been given a solution to not act out today. And it's up to me to decide what I want to do with that tomorrow or the next day or the next day. So every morning, every morning besides for Saturday mornings, no, every morning including Saturdays, every morning I wake up early and I have a guy in program that I meet with and we study religious texts that are non-conference approved. And this morning we were talking about how, like, what it would take for us to add more time in our day to study more religious texts. And he commented, well, if I leave program, is that 5 minutes? I'll try to move over to the promises. He said, if I leave program, I'll have 4 extra hours in my day. I said to him, if you leave program, you'll have 4 extra hours in your day the first few days. And then after a short while, you will have 4 hours less than you have now. If you're anything like me, I have way more time now because of program. So I'm not cured. I'm not cured. And I want to go over to the promises because the program has given me things in my life. I want them. I like being here. I like going to meetings. I like listening to talks, AA talks, SA talks. I like, this is crazy, but I like doing step work. It feels like, it's like when you're a teenager and you want to like pop those blackheads, you know, and it's like a certain like, got that one out, huh? I met someone who watches popping blackhead videos. That's a whole nother kind of fetish. But anyway, it's like I feel like when I do my step work, I'm getting rid of yucky stuff that I don't want anymore. The promises have given me a new freedom and a new happiness. I get to go through, like, last night my son said to me, I was exhausted and we went away for the weekend, and my son said, tell me a story. Inside my body, I was like, no, I don't want to tell you a story. I want you just to fall asleep so I could go to sleep. And so I asked my wife if she needed me for anything or if I could tell him a story. She said, tell him a story. So I lay down in his bed and I told him a story. By the way, I made the story up like a year ago. It must be the 500th time I've told him the same story. And if I miss one part that I made up, no, you skipped the part where they looked all around. Oh, okay, right. They looked all around. It's a beautiful experience. It's a beautiful experience. If I'm home by myself and I'm watching my kids and my wife's not home, what is stopping me from just taking out my phone and watching porn? It doesn't. And what if I'm home by myself and I'm not watching my kids? My wife's not home because she has the kids, which is what happened to me last week. I was home, I was sitting on my couch, and I was thinking to myself, why am I not watching porn right now? There's no explanation for it. So it's a new freedom and a new happiness. Like God is doing for me what I can't do for myself. It's amazing. And I'm more productive, and I'm happy, and I'm calm. And I don't rage quite as much. No, almost never at all. It's like I didn't, last night I got really mad at a bunch of kids who were lighting fireworks in random people's driveways, and I yelled at them. My wife suggested that I was raging, but I just felt like I don't like bullies, So anyway, you know what I did last night for one of the first times ever? I did the nightly review that the big book says to do. You know how long I've been trying to do it? And it was amazing. I sat cross-legged on the floor like a Buddhist. And I said, and I just thought in my head, God, help me to do this in a constructive way. And I didn't go through the exact questions. I just said, what did I do right today? What do I think I did wrong today? What would I like to do better? Was I kind to people? Was I rude to people? I even opened my eyes in the middle and I asked my wife, when you went downstairs for blah, 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 and I was reading, was that selfish or was that self-care? Like I was confused. And she told me, she said, you should have asked me if I needed help. I said, okay. And then I closed my eyes and I went back to my being the Buddha. But it felt great, It feels good to just be present, not worry about tomorrow. You know how much footage I've followed about the war in between Russia and Ukraine? None. You know why? Because I feel like the inside of my brain is like a sanctuary. Why do I have enough of my own crap? What do I need to fill it with? Like, my friend told me that he was up late the other night solving the war, which was his way of saying watching an hour of video footage of something he could do nothing about. If I'm so concerned about the war, let me pray for those people. If I'm even more concerned, let me send some money to some organization that claims to be helping people. We'll never know, But my point isn't to get involved in outside issues. It's like I have self-respect. I didn't come into program that day where I went to that first meeting. I wasn't feeling self-respect, and today I am. I get that here, so that keeps me coming back Thanks for letting me share.